Welcome to Falling Star Tarot, where I bring you weekly pick-a-card readings. If you're new here, subscribe to catch me again, and hit that bell so you can see my new readings each week. This particular reading is going to tell you yes or no to that question you have in mind. So if you don't have a question in mind, get a question ready. We have 5 choices, 1 through 5. I've left the corresponding timestamps down below, so you can check just one question that you feel drawn to, or go ahead and come up with 5 different questions and watch them all. I want to warn you about yes or no questions with tarot because tarot reads potential energy. And potential energy is something that is always under flux and is always undergoing change. So if you get something that really doesn't resonate with you, you may be more attached to your future than the cards are today. Go ahead and choose a different pile, or choose another reader, or choose to believe what you know to be true. You are the one who determines what happens in your life after all, no matter what you see here. Okay, I'll give you a chance to meditate and choose a pile. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has been supporting my channel. You cannot believe what it has meant to me. If you'd like to support my channel, go ahead and check out the links below. There's many ways to. Alright, I'll see you there. Question number 1, with your question in mind. The answer is unlikely. This is a little bit of a stretch. Whatever it is that you've been hoping for, it's not impossible at all, but the outcome is unlikely to go exactly as you have planned. The reason is the sensei. This could mean a number of things. I mean, it could mean that you have someone who is a higher up and they don't approve of what it is you're trying to do. But what I believe this means is that you are the higher up. You are in charge of some people, and that means something of a variable is going to come in, and you are not going to get the outcome that you were pushing towards. That doesn't mean you can't get something similar. Our advisement is the Hierophant, and this further confirms the fact that I think you are in the position of a sensei. You are in the position to lead, to kind of run the establishment and reform the establishment. You are our priest, okay? You are in the position to cause change. That's a very powerful energy. You hold the key to many doors. But this is going to keep you tied to some things. You are very well tied to an establishment, something very traditional. That's 2 cards that are saying a higher spiritual power, a higher calling, a deeper practice. So keep in mind everything that has been traditional all this time. This is going to play a big role in your outcome. Know that the truth is a living force, whether you believe in it or not. Wow. Well, to be in something so deep and so meaningful to so many, have you forgotten what you began it for? That's really pretty deep. I think you're going to have to do some inner work on this. Maybe you already know what's best for you. Okay? It looks like the answer to your question is most likely no. Is it something that was going against the truth you already knew? Because that's something you really cannot change. That could really be a blessing in disguise, though. This could be a very happy no for quite a few of you. Okay? Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Question 2, with your question in mind, go. The time is right. You are being told that the time is now. Yes. Yes, go. If your question was about travel or making a move, yes. If it was about staying, go. Go, the time is right. The reason we have divorce. Now, this does not have to be a literal card. This very well could be kind of like breaking up with bad habits, old cycles, anything that kind of has you chained to it and is not serving you. So before you leave, everyone, please consult a professional, not some gal on the internet, but the reason for go, the time is right is I think you know that something is not serving you already. There are things in life that just don't serve everyone. So go ahead, feel free to leave that behind and move on towards something that really can make you happy. We got 2 cards that popped out, which I think is terrific. We have the Sun, which is saying everything is going to be out in the open soon. Your life is going to be filled with childlike wonder, love, warmth, abundance, health. This card is like the whole shebang. This is having enough and enjoying it too. You kind of are waving the flag of happiness and completion. Definitely a very good card. And I see something mirrored in that. I think you're going to come to a point where you look in the mirror and you're finally happy when you leave this behind. Whatever it is, and it could be a mentality. This does not have to be literal, and I think you're gonna know. You're gonna know what it is. A lot of people watching, I hope, and it's gonna be a different situation for all. And you will be celebrating. You will be well met. You will have friends. You will be building connections, deep emotional connections that could last you a lifetime. But these are people that you can trust, and you feel trusted with. You will have the camaraderie that you've been looking for, the freedom from whatever was holding you back to truly connecting with others, and that universal love. These are terrific cards together. 19 and 3 could mean something to you, or 1, or 10 sometimes means something to people too. Remind yourself that you are a soul spirit being. So, I think this is further confirming that this card could be about something spiritual. This is something in your soul. And you can see the time being right to flourish. You've got the flowers there coming out of the sands. It's time. And you know it's time. Okay? So get going. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next. Okay. Question number 3. Bear your question in mind. You are being told to reconsider. Now, you've been tallying things up, and perhaps you've been keeping track of the wrong sort of things. A lot of times when I see the card reconsider, it is as if you have not been really keeping a good mindset about the past. And that's going to kind of block you for the future. You see, these are like roadblocks in your path. You would normally have that nice, beautiful path to the moon and be able to trust your intuition, but you've thrown something up there and you think it's a guidepost, but instead, they're just more roadblocks. These big, ominous things can be cleared out of the way. So, whatever you're thinking about doing, especially if you're thinking about doing it in haste, please reconsider. The reason why is the altruist. And now, I believe that you have a gift. You are really a truly special individual. And you know what's right. If you go deep inside yourself, you're going to see the truth and you're going to see what you need to do. And the answer is going to be apparent to you. So be generous. And be generous with letting that past go too. The advisement is temperance. Temperance reminds us to do everything in moderation. It's okay to heal. It's okay to mend. It's okay to rest, relax, and find hope. But temperance can mix two elements together and make something new. Temperance is never extreme. Perhaps you were coming up with something extreme. I think I've gotten these cards together before or something similar. I try not to do anything too far off to one side of any cause or subject or another. This would be a really good time to consider everything at play. Mind all of the elements at play. Keep the truth in mind. The altruist, it's an interesting energy because this is the energy of one who would never do wrong. Would never do anything purely for gain or hide the truth or anything like that. So maybe you've been hurt and put a block up because of that. Stick to this energy. Stick to this temperance. There is a lot of good energy in temperance. So keep in mind that you are the artist of your life. You can create new things and create yourself anew. Like I said, renewal. Your key to getting through these roadblocks here is your inventiveness, your creativity, and your ability to transform not just the world around you, but your own self. Enjoy the process instead of always looking for the result. While you're trying to do all this creativity, keep in mind that you need to enjoy the process. It isn't just about the outcome. Let go of expectations, and you surely will be more insightful and playful and excited every day. You're going to see the world much more for its truth. I love all of this heart. All this heart chakra color is just poking out at me. Maybe listen to some songs in the key of F. That might help. It'll help warm your heart up and keep you speaking of the truth. Okay, so let's get back to trusting your intuition. And let's get back to being creative enough to tear down those roadblocks. All right? Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, fourth question. With your question in mind, you're going in the right direction. Look at that pop right off of it's as if the pendulum swung and said, yes, you are going exactly in the right direction. So whatever you were thinking, I'm pretty sure this was a yes. Unless you were thinking about turning around. Sometimes we get that. Sometimes I get that from them. I get a little bit different answer than what I expected. But hang in there. You have the right idea and you are going exactly where you need to be going. The key keeper, I believe, you are going to be opening doors. You have knowledge. You have experience. You have the kind of reputation that will take you places. So don't squander that. Don't stop now. You will be celebrated. You will be well met. You're going to be healing the community, and they are going to be very grateful for your return from whatever you're doing. I feel like you're going to be out. I'm not sure what you're doing, but it feels rather important to me. And you're going to come back to a bunch of grateful and happy people. There's some creative energy going on here. I see a few wands. But you're going to have a happy, healthy life because of this. Distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from outer success. That's terrific because we have this card here, which is all about success. It's almost like you're on tour and you've come home to all your admiring fans. If you could imagine, that's sort of the part in your life that we're talking about. This card is saying that there's a lot to life, and in all of its little intricacies, what's going on in your spiritual life is the most important. So all of this really isn't going to matter. Keep going. Maybe you're doing something that matters spiritually. Being a key keeper is very much like being a hierophant, being a priest, being a sensei, guru. You are leading people. You are unlocking things for others. So keeping that in mind, it's very important that your perspective stays kind of pure, okay? That you know your source, your love, your universal love, your connection to divinity, okay? Don't forget that. Above all else, that is what's going to propel you and guard you and protect you and care for you in this life. She waves her hands and the flowers disappear. Okay. With your question in mind, choose a new direction. You might be a little blinded to what you are doing, but you are not going in the right direction right now. So whatever your question is, you might want to turn around, make a turning point, make a change in your itinerary. You're going to need to open your eyes. For why, we have the party. Now, this is an energy of kind of like debauchery, the opposite of moderation. You're indulging, you're letting things get a little out of hand, and everything's good, but in moderation, not to go to extremes with things, and to allow them to control you when you really are the one that needs to be in control and balancing the things in your life. A time for everything. We got a couple cards with this, and I thought it was very interesting how they came out. We got a 5 and a 9 of swords and of wands. And what this is saying to me, because this card basically means there are no winners. You incur a loss, but you're doing much better than you thought. Something just didn't turn out the way you believe it should have. But with this card, you are winning. You have the stronghold, and you are kind of the force of nature that is making it happen. I see that you're going to be quite victorious. You're going to realize a lot more from life. And there's going to be a task that comes to the foreground. And maybe this ability to throw yourself into something is going to turn around for you. And you're going to find a way to make it really work for you. So the only way to really get through this situation is through mindful intent. In the moment, if you can remove your judgment and criticism and truly listen to someone, you will empower them. So maybe this energy over here is something we really need to pay attention to. If someone has taken something from you, you have to realize and change your mindset in the fact that you have so much more than them. And no, they didn't come about it right, and it's not treating them right. But the spoils don't always go to the victor. You are ahead of the game, and you're going to have to allow yourself to appreciate that position. It's sort of like they didn't come about their winnings well, and they're not winning. You are. And this is just confirmation to me. This, to me, is the winner card. It means something different to everyone, but that is what this is saying to me. choose a new direction. Get away from this energy and be on the winning side, okay? Mindful intent, moderation. I think you know what to do. All right, I hope you liked this reading. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, let me know how I'm doing. Subscribe to catch me again. Until next time, have fun.